Whenever I don't feel motivated, or if my team feels that they are deflated and need some motivation to keep going, that's when I would take a pause to allow myself to feel not motivated, to give myself the permission that it is okay, that I'm not feeling motivated all the time. That simply makes me human, and that is completely acceptable. So, this is where a leader gives the permission to the team whereby it's okay to not feel like 100% all the time. Because a lot of times in companies or corporations, people assume that managers or leaders expect you to perform at 200% all the time. But that is not true. So a true leader would provide that space, that safe space for you to feel however that you feel. It is valid because emotions fluctuate. So there will be things outside of work that may have affected your emotions, or things at work may not be going at the pace that you want or generating the kind of results that you're looking for. Therefore, you might not be feeling great, but that's okay. So I think the most important thing is for you to, if you're a manager or a leader, to give your subordinate that permission. And for you as an individual, you too need to give yourself that permission to feel however that you're feeling, because that's completely normal. Expecting yourself to feel great all the time is unreasonable. And a lot of people forget about that because you have such high expectations of yourself. And a lot of people tend to believe mind over matter. Yes, that has its truth. But if you're always pushing yourself using your mind power, your body, your physical body, your emotional state is going to eventually suffer. So just taking a step back to take a breather is completely fine. And then the next thing that I'm going to do after taking a pause, after taking it easy and allowing your emotion to settle, is that I would remind everyone how far they've come. So whenever you feel not motivated, is the perfect time for you to reflect and keep score, keep track of everything that you have done, to look at how far you've come. And that's when, because a lot of times we don't feel motivated because we feel it's taking too long for us to get to our goals, or things are being difficult or challenging. However, if you were to look back, then you will realize how far you've come. And when you look back and start to be meticulous in terms of keeping track of how far you've come, that's when you realize that actually I've come a long way. And everything that you felt difficult in the past, you have overcome those challenges, and you have become a bigger person and better person as a result of it. And this is when we realize, in the moment the challenges may feel difficult and impossible, but if you were to look back, you felt that way in every single moment during those challenges. However, you were able to overcome them, and look at how far you've got till this date. So that's when, whenever you feel not so good or not motivated or not your complete self performing at your highest level, that's okay. Look back, because every time we overcome something, every time we grow, we become someone better, the bar gets raised, the standards gets raised, the challenges that we are able to overcome becomes bigger. And that's why this cycle continues. It always feels challenging. It always feels difficult in the moment, because otherwise you can't grow. It is required, the difficulty level has to be raised because your ability has increased. So whenever you're faced with challenges, it's a moment for you to be excited about, because you will never be faced with challenges or problems that you couldn't solve. In the moment, it feels impossible. But if you just stay calm and center yourself, that's when you will come to a solution that aligns with who you are. Because if you aren't able to solve the problem, you wouldn't be put in the position to face the challenge. And that's the reality. So therefore, two things, very simple. Giving yourself the permission to feel however that you're feeling. Just take it all in and simply accept that you're human. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way. Do not judge yourself. Simply give yourself the permission and space to take a breather and just feel how you feel, no matter how bad it is. And then the next thing would be to look back to see how far you've come. Give yourself the credit, because when you look back, you can see facts. When you look back in the past, it may not be perfect, but you've come a long way. That's a fact. And that's what you need to move forward.